In a high-stakes gambit poised to obliterate Hamas tunnels once and for all, the Israeli Defense Forces are seriously considering pumping the seas themselves into Gaza, a move so audacious it may mark a turning point in Israel's war on underground terror. As gleaned from the IDF's Twitter account and various media reports, the IDF, though yet to make a final decision, is exploring potential game changer. The proposed strategy involves flooding Hamas's intricate tunnel system in the Gaza Strip with water sourced from the Mediterranean Sea. This tactical shift aims to dismantle the terror group's underground network, exposing its fighters. According to reports citing U.S. officials, the Wall Street Journal has previously revealed that the IDF strategically positioned 5 large water pumps near the al-Sadi refugee camp in Gaza City. These pumps could flood the tunnels within weeks by efficiently pumping thousands of cubic meters of water per hour into the underground passages. While Israel had informed the United States about the plan last month, the final decision on implementation is pending. In a groundbreaking disclosure, the IDF announced that its soldiers have uncovered over 800 tunnel shafts in the Gaza Strip since the ground offensive against Hamas commenced at the end of October. The situation is dynamic, and the world is watching as Israel contemplates a move that could reshape the dynamics of this enduring conflict. On the front lines today, the Israeli military etched its name in history with unexpected raids in the West Bank, injecting fresh momentum into the ongoing conflict. During the standstill in Gaza, the Israeli army pivoted its attention to the West Bank, executing special operations in the northern part of Jerusalem. Initial reports honed in on the Al-Bari district, north of Ramallah, as the focal point of an Israeli security force assault. The operation included targeted raids on locations previously identified as Hamas strongholds. Israeli forces successfully infiltrated a Hamas building, engaging in a fierce firefight with the terrorists inside, ultimately defeating them. The mission pressed on as Israeli forces advanced to the Shuafat area in the southern part of the region. Here, they aimed their sights at a tunnel entrance previously pinpointed by Hamas. The soldiers opened fire on the terrorists, dealing substantial damage to the tunnel entry connecting Jerusalem to the West Bank. Numerous exposed Hamas militants were neutralized in the process. Reports suggest that Israeli forces are methodically targeting and dismantling Hamas tunnels in various locations. The extensive tunnel network, stretching beyond Gaza into the West Bank and beyond, is under intense scrutiny. Armed with intelligence gathered during these operations, Israeli forces are taking resolute action against multiple nodes in Hamas's sprawling tunnel network. As the conflict evolves, the strategic maneuvers of the Israeli military are reshaping the landscape of this enduring struggle. In an unwavering pursuit to dismantle Hamas's strategic advantage, Israeli forces are methodically demolishing tunnel openings across multiple locations. Reports highlight a northward advancement from the Jenin area, where tanks were deployed to initiate operations in the southern Kabah area. The primary objective of these operations is clear: targeting terrorists and Hamas leaders entrenched in the region. Intense clashes ensued, resulting in the elimination of terrorists who sought refuge in the streets. The overarching goal of the Israeli army in the West Bank is to weaken Hamas's influence, compelling the terrorist group to concede defeat on another front. Recalling significant operations that decimated Hamas positions, particularly in the northern part of the Gaza Strip, the Israeli army has encircled crucial sites. Recent days have witnessed heightened preparations, with reports indicating that Israeli forces are gearing up for a substantial attack on the Gaza Strip. Preparations involve the deployment of infantry in broader regions and the expansion of military equipment, underscoring the gravity of the impending move. Israeli forces are poised for a southern incursion into the Gaza Strip as the part of a strategy to encircle the terrorist group in the south. Even if terrorists retreat into tunnels, Israeli forces are prepared to raid them from below, leaving the insurgents with limited options. Due to the relentless raids, the terrorist group faces significant setbacks, prompting the Israeli army to anticipate an imminent expansion of the scope of its operations. The overarching objective is clear: to destroy the terrorist organization's capabilities, preventing further attacks. The Israeli army is gearing up to intensify and accelerate its operations in various locations, ensuring a decisive outcome in the ongoing conflict. Even in northern Israel, tensions reached a fever pitch. Before we delve into crucial developments, we'd like to remind you that your support is invaluable to us. Donations play a pivotal role in our efforts to bring you the latest and most detailed news. Your contribution truly motivates and inspires us. Now, let's shift our focus to the events unfolding up north. During this period, the terrorist organization Hizb was thwarted in its attempt to launch a drone strike on the Hia region. The Israeli military successfully intercepted an unmanned aerial vehicle in the region's sky, crediting its air defense system for capturing the suspicious flying target. The following day, an alarming missile attack originating in southern Lebanon targeted Israeli territory. As Israeli air defenses sprang into action, air raid sirens echoed in the vicinity. Israeli defenses promptly intercepted and destroyed the Hezbollah rocket. In response, the Israeli army initiated retaliatory assaults, with warplanes targeting Hezbollah strongholds in southern Lebanon. Specifically, Israeli warplanes conducted precision attacks on the towns of Mizmarjun, Al-Jabal, and Beda. Missiles fired from the warplanes targeted Hezbollah strongholds, including command posts and observation towers. From these vantage points, flames rose as a consequence of the precise assaults. Israel's decisive actions resulted in extensive damage to numerous Hezbollah military facilities, rendering them completely useless. The terrorist group now faces a dramatic reduction in its offensive and military capabilities, making it increasingly challenging for them to launch any form of offensive. The influence of the Hezbollah terrorists is experiencing a precipitous decline as a result of these strategic blows. The situation remains tense, and the power dynamics in the region are shifting in response to these significant developments. On multiple occasions, the Israeli army has intensified its warplane missions over several districts in southern Lebanon in response to the predicament. Reports indicate that Israeli airplanes conducted numerous sorties, particularly over areas like Natir, heightening reconnaissance efforts. Israeli troops strategically strike when they observe Hezbollah terrorist activities in these regions, suspecting their maneuvers reveal important positions. These operations have significantly diminished the terrorist group's attack potential by continuously monitoring and impeding their movements before offensive actions. As a result, terrorists are running out of tools, leading to an overall reduction in attacks. To enhance both offensive and defensive capabilities, the Israeli army is focusing on three key strategies. Firstly, targeting the Gaza Strip is a priority, with planned military actions in both the northern and southern regions. The next step involves visiting the homes of Hamas leaders, such as KH Unasis, to disrupt their command structure. Lastly, in southern Lebanon, providing military equipment and defense systems aims to undermine Hezbollah's capacity to coordinate attacks and exploit crises. The West Bank is also on the radar, with Israel raiding Jenin earlier in the day. The Israeli army has mobilized Marava tanks and armored vehicles, moving them from the frontier to the northern West Bank, signaling a comprehensive approach to address security challenges in various regions. The multifaceted strategy underscores Israel's commitment to strengthening its offensive and defensive capabilities amid the evolving situation. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and share. By doing so, you contribute to fostering a community that stays informed and connected. Thank you for being a part of our journey, and we look forward to keeping you updated on the latest happenings.